You've seen the surface of Mars, every crater, every canyon, mapped in high definition. But right now, beneath a ship crossing the Pacific, there's a canyon deeper than Everest is tall. No human has ever seen it. We've mapped about 25% of the ocean floor in real detail. We've mapped over 95% of Mars. A planet 140 million miles away is more familiar to us than our own backyard, because the ocean doesn't want to be seen. At 200 meters, sunlight gives up. This is the twilight zone. At 1,000 meters, it's permanent night, the midnight zone. No light has touched this water since the ocean was formed. Not once. Not ever. The average ocean depth is over 3,600 meters. The deepest point, the Challenger Deep, is nearly 11,000 meters. Drop Everest into it, and the peak is still over a mile underwater. So how do you even explore something like that? Send a submarine. Easy, right? It's not easy. At those depths, pressure is over 1,000 times what you feel at sea level, like an elephant balanced on your thumbnail. Most vessels crush before they get close. In 2023, a vessel attempting a deep dive imploded so violently, hydrophones picked it up thousands of miles away. Down there, pressure doesn't break things. It erases them. So physics guards the door, which makes what we have found down there even stranger, because something lives here, and it's thriving. Anglerfish, with their own built-in lantern, luring prey out of the black. Giant tube worms, clustered around scalding toxic vents, surviving on chemicals, not sunlight. Shrimp, discovered living inside those vents, in water hot enough to cook them instantly a few inches away. In 2020, researchers found microbes in seafloor sediment that hadn't eaten in over 100 million years. Still alive, older than the extinction of the dinosaurs. Life doesn't need light down there. It just needs to be left alone. For most of history, it has been. But sometimes the ocean doesn't wait to be found. Sometimes it sends something up. In 1997, hydrophones built to detect Soviet submarines picked up a sound from deep in the Pacific, loud enough to be heard 3,000 miles away. It matched nothing known. Scientists called it the Bloop. Years later, the answer, an iceberg, cracking on the seafloor. But dozens of other deep ocean sounds remain unexplained, to this day. So the ocean isn't silent. We just can't translate it. Which raises a darker question. What happens when humans go down there themselves? In 1960, two men in the Trieste became the first humans to reach the Challenger Deep. Partway down, a window pane cracked under the pressure. They kept going anyway. They reached the bottom and became the only humans to do it. For over 50 years. No one tried again until 2012. We've sent over 600 people into space. Only a handful have ever seen the deepest point on our own planet. So what are we actually missing? Underwater mountain, ranges longer than the Andes, barely mapped, entire vent ecosystems, discovered by accident in 1977. Less than 10% of ocean species formally identified. Every creature you've seen in a documentary is a sliver of what's actually down there. And new discoveries still surface every few years. The map isn't finished. It's still being drawn. So here's the part that should sit with you. We've properly explored maybe a quarter of the ocean floor. The other 3/4, deeper canyons, hidden vents, entire mountain ranges, completely unmapped. Which means somewhere down there, right now, in complete darkness, something is alive that no human has ever named. It's not swimming toward us. It's not waiting to be found. It simply doesn't know we exist. And until we go looking, we won't know it exists either. We like to think we've mapped our world. We haven't even mapped our own ocean. The most alien place on Earth isn't out there. It's a few miles straight down.